Welcome to the Crafting Cafe podcast. This is the podcast that breaks down the walls of crafting. We got insider trends. We're going to be talking to guests. We have everything that you need to know about crafting and then some. And we also talk a little bit about what we've been doing in the week, what Ellie's been up to, Ellie's random question, all sorts that go on. We also got an agony aunt, haven't we, Ellie?
We do.
But who are you?
I'm Ellie.
And I'm Scott.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
We also craft on here, Scott.
Do we?
We did a bit of painting last time.
The last podcast, our last podcast, which you can watch right now, or view, or listen to, or...
Oh, my God.
Pardon, go on.
It's your turn today for the tense machine, isn't it?
So, actually, we've not done that today.
Next week.
Because I didn't get set a subject.
We're going to set the subject this week.
Ellie's realising things that we're not doing today whilst live on the podcast. Right, next up, Ellie. How's your week been?
Yeah, mine's been good, thank you. How about yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. Pretty boring. A lot of work, like work-related stuff. Nothing
What about
fun.
the football? You went to football yesterday.
I went to the football, yeah, that was okay.
With Liam there. You saw Liam, didn't you?
Liam was filming, I was watching. Liam was doing work.
Nice.
Ellie, were you not going to let everybody know what you were doing, not last week, the week before? Why we couldn't record a podcast?
Because I was at court. Not for myself, though. Because I've been summoned to do jewellery.
And if
Jury
anybody knows
duty.
Ellie that's listening or watching to this, Ellie is probably the most interesting person to have picked to be on a jury, which might mean why you didn't actually get picked.
Yeah, I was... They didn't want me.
Did you want to be wanted?
Yeah, everyone wants to be wanted when you go to court.
What was it like? What was it like in the room? What was the courtroom like?
Very silent.
Are we allowed to talk about this?
I don't know.
You signed anything?
I didn't swear on the oath. No.
Oh, okay, fine. We can talk about whatever you want.
I was going to have to,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't do it.
Can you
Didn't
go
do
back? Is there a time
Yeah,
to
I
go
can
back?
get called back, but I'm going to say no.
Are
So
you?
if anyone's watching from court,
Don't pick Ellie. She's going to
I'm
say.
not going
she's going to
back.
say no.
no, they wanted me, so I'm not going to go back.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't go back if they don't want you.
No.
So you are right. We did do some crafting before we got lost in where we were doing.
And if you want to see the finished product of that, where do we go, Scott?
So it'll be on our socials, Crafting Cafe Pod, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, probably. All of those good ones. On YouTube for the episode, our last episode, which we, just to let you know, we painted each other, didn't we?
We did,
Or a scene. But not to give too much away, you have to listen to that
All
and watch
different
that.
types of scenes.
All different types of scenes. So what we've got coming up today?
I believe we've got a taste test.
I think we've got a guest.
We do have a guest.
So that is something we're going to be doing as well. We're going to get guests on. Tom Daly, yeah, you're watching. We're going to get you on. Who else have we had on so far? Sharon.
Pauline, but I wasn't there.
You wasn't there for Pauline, so you've forgotten about that one because it wasn't part of you.
We were meant to be having John Scott on today, but...
He's in America?
Yeah, he's been postponed for a couple of weeks.
John's been put back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he will be coming.
He said we need more viewers and followers before he comes on. That's what he said. So help us out with that, guys. Ellie,
Oh,
do you want that now? Do you want to do that now?
I'm scared.
Liam, can we change it or do that now? Right, so thank you for leaving your comments and reviews. Please put more on Spotify, Apple, wherever you're listening to us, wherever you're watching us. Ellie, I've got 2 pieces of paper. They're not envelopes, they're pieces of paper. One is a good review, one is a bad review. So we've had reviews.
I'm very
One
nervous.
good, one bad.
Ooh.
Pick which one. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
You can read it.
Pick which one you want first.
That one,
This
please.
one first. So, this is from Nikki in Utah. We're quite big in the US.
Oh!
We're quite big in the US. Okay, you have your reaction. Stumbled across this podcast, and I love it. Not sure what's going on, but everyone seems to be so happy and enjoying doing it. Please don't stop. I craft myself and would like to see you doing more crafts. Here in the US, we don't have anything like this. Please come and visit. Nikki in Utah.
Come and visit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whereabouts in Utah are you,
Nikki in
Nikki?
Utah. You like that one? Do you want the bad one now?
Yeah.
Is that the
We like
only
that.
reaction
Thanks,
against that? Can we have
Nikki.
more
No?
like this?
Yeah.
This is the bad one.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Nathan234 from Hampshire. Didn't even give us his real name, Nathan. Thanks very much.
234.
234. How original. You've gone on the 234. Thanks, Nathan.
Could have started with 1.
This is why you should need a license to record a podcast. Nobody cares. Full stop. I've listened to 2 episodes now, and I'll listen to more.
Why are you still listening then?
Just to make me feel better about myself. Oh, Nathan. Well, thank you.
I'm glad we're making you feel better about yourself. You must feel very bad.
Ellie's been cut by that. Well, if we're making him feel better about himself, then that's our job done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nathan, do you craft?
Thanks
if you
for-
do, please come on
Yeah.
the podcast. The first part I like, you need a license to record a podcast. That's quite good.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Full stop.
Nikki
Wow.
cares.
Nikki cares, yeah. Nathan and Nikki. Maybe. Why are we so big in the US?
Because we're
Maybe
cool.
we're just not cutting through in the UK market. Too many Nathans. Well,
Oh.
Nathan, if you want to leave another comment, you're welcome. We'll probably read it out.
Please let us know if you enjoy it on the next one.
Where can you leave comments, Ellie?
On Instagram.
It's really
I'm too taken
it's taking you back by that, isn't it? What part? The nobody cares.
I think his username.
Ellie's really been hurt by this.
It's a cruel world, isn't it, out there?
I didn't expect anything less.
Did you not?
No.
That's sad.
It's
Nikki
fun,
loves
though.
it.
It's
Nikki
fun.
loves us.
Nikki likes it. Look, well, please do leave us more comments. You can leave us on socials. You can leave it on anywhere you listen to your podcast, watch podcast, YouTube. Haley, we got any other comments? No. We're slow on comments. Give us more. I found two.
Good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad.
We're here for it.
We enjoy them all. We
here for it.
appreciate it. Ellie, tell you what though.
Yes.
Nathan, if you're in Hampshire, why don't you come to the NEC because you can watch us live.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
new.
really hate us in real life then.
You could throw things at us.
Oh, no.
You don't want that.
No, we don't want that, surely.
No, we don't want that. What are we doing though, Ellie? Do I need to explain this bit?
Yeah,
You don't know what
yes,
we're doing.
please.
So, every year at the NEC, there's a craft show. And we are going to do our podcast live from the craft show on the Thursday, Hayley?
Yeah.
The Thursday, the 20...
Thursday the 31st.
Thursday the 31st of
Is that
October.
Halloween?
Yeah.
Should we dress up?
Oh, yeah. What are you going to dress up as?
Spider. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of.
Nathan 3, 2, 1.
yeah. I'm going to dress up as a troll. One of our trolls.
Yeah. We'll both go up as our representations.
That's going to be
Nathan,
awkward, though,
maybe.
for your Halloween, because then I have to stand on the stand for the rest of the day dressed in a Halloween costume. We should do that, though.
I think we should do it.
We could do Halloween crafts.
Yeah.
Our crafts could be Halloween.
What could we do for that then?
We'll have to get the Agony Aunt involved to help us out.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be fun.
That'd be super fun.
Yeah, so we're going to be live at the NEC. If you're going to the Creative Craft Show at the NEC for the week of the 31st, it's starting the Thursday, doesn't it? 31st to the Sunday, whatever date that is.
3rd of November.
The 3rd of November. See us there.
How exciting. I've never been to a
Craft event.
craft event
There
before.
you go, it's your first one.
I get to meet everybody, see
Maybe
people.
we'll do some interviews with our fans.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Oh, please, Nathan,
I don't think
come,
Nikki's going to
come
come
along.
over from Utah, but she is our super fan.
Never know.
Maybe we should get Nikki on a Teams. Super fan. She can in.
Oh.
She'll be in with us from the start.
Who does that then?
Don't know. We'll sort that out.
Liam or Hayley?
Yeah, we'll sort that out.
Nikki, if you watch this one.
Enjoy. Right. What's
Enjoy.
next after that? Taste test.
Welcome back to the Crafting Cafe podcast. Scott's already eaten.
No, I'm already eating. Sorry, I skipped ahead.
So,
Ellie, this is the most important part of the podcast. I reckon this is what Nathan loves, Nikki loves, and our other 6 people that watch
this is
it.
for you, Nathan.
You ready? Are you a bit cold in here?
Yeah, I'm a bit chilly.
We'll turn the aircon off. Right. Ellie's random question. What's your random question for today, Ellie?
Has anyone ever eaten prawn poo?
I don't understand the question. What does it mean? Talk me through it. Can you no? Do you know what she means?
Hayley's eaten prawn poo, that's why.
Inadvertently.
It-
Not on purpose.
What
So, what I mean
is it the
when...
shoot in the prawn?
Yeah, so, you know when...
Yeah, the dark line.
You have to clean your prawns out, and many people don't know that.
But when I go to a restaurant and order prawns, they're not. They're
Sometimes they're not.
shootless, aren't they?
Sometimes they're not.
No, you have to peel them.
Yeah?
I don't.
Have you ever had to
I don't
peel
order
your
food like
prawn?
that. I've never peeled a prawn.
Well,
So Scott's ate a lot of poo.
I don't really like prawns that much.
pooey.
What? Why did we turn into the kindergarten school podcast we're talking about?
I'm just saying, it's a very common thing to do.
Eat prawn poo.
Yeah?
That's a common thing. Okay.
I ate some prawns yesterday, but before I ate them,
You de-pooed.
I looked and they weren't de-pooed. So I had to de-poo them. You don't want to do that at home, do you?
God, does it? This might
Just
not make
saying.
the podcast. Does the packet say poo or no poo?
I don't know. Have never looked that far ahead.
Oh, God.
Obviously.
I think we're going viral for different reasons on this one.
Isn't that a sign that they're fresh?
Maybe. Straight from lake. From pond.
Not if they're frozen.
Straight from the sea.
Iceland, frozen.
Yeah.
Iceland, if you want a sponsorship, Ellie will talk about that.
I'll de-poo.
The prawn ring.
I'll
the famous
de-poo the
prawn ring.
prawns for
Does that
you.
have? Is that de-pooed?
Who? What?
The prawn ring, is that de-pooed?
What's the prawn ring?
You never heard of the Iceland famous prawn ring?
I'm thinking of something. What is a prawn ring?
What is a prawn ring?
Insert the image. Has anyone ever seen that?
someone
There was a
show me what a
famous,
prawn
there was a
ring
very
is?
famous Christmas advert that many Z-list celebrities, sorry if you're watching and you're a Z-list celebrity, did, and it was always for Iceland. And the main centerpiece of a Christmas dinner was the prawn ring, which was a ring of prawns.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
A prawn ring.
Andy doesn't know what.
That one.
is.
You've never seen the... Oh, okay. Right.
I'm not as posh as you, Scott.
I mean, it's from
It's from Iceland. It's probably a pound.
I've never done a prawn ring though.
I've never eaten... okay, right. This is taking us to new tiers.
Right, after now we feel sick. Should
I've
we
had
do
half a biscuit.
Do you reckon you can eat any more of that?
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. Do you like our new cups? Does everybody like our new
Haley
cups?
brought some new
Fresh
cups
from-
for us.
Where are they fresh from, Haley?
the Salvation Army.
Ooh,
There you go.
lovely.
Supporting local charities.
Yeah.
They'll make. Somebody didn't want them. We do want them. Are you eating a biscuit as well?
Yeah.
Which one are you going for?
Yeah,
this
I
one?
think I want to go for that one too. That looks nice.
Nice.
Is it nice?
Nice. Yeah.
You've hated everything that you've tried so far on this podcast.
No, I like this though.
What is it?
So that's for everything.
Chocolate.
We're doing a bit of active ASMR here, are you?
You have a go as well.
They're chocolate caramel tarts.
I really hate the sound of people
This is
eating
my
them.
favourite one.
What are they?
Chocolate caramel tarts.
Can you describe the flavours? Just describe the flavours. The hint of
It's a
what?
chocolate biscuit.
Ooh. Not just any chocolate biscuit.
Chocolate tart biscuit.
But can you get a hint of caramel? Is there anything else going on?
chocolate. Well, you've tried it
Is it a
also,
bit gooey,
Scott.
though? Is it nice? It's nice,
It's
isn't
not
it?
gooey, is
I
it
quite-
really?
No, but it is. There's a bit of chocolate, goo, crispy base.
It's not really gooey.
What are they called?
Chocolate caramel tarts.
Oh. They're not a specific. They're not a specific brand. They're not called like a. What did you have last time? The
They're
mandolin.
the same brand as the
Oh, they're the fancy brand. Yeah, that French brand.
Yeah.
A
I didn't
classic, a
know-
classic custard cream.
I didn't know custard creams were French.
And also, are these nice biscuits or Nice
No
biscuits?
custard cream.
They're just there to make it look a bit more full.
But do you call them Nice or nice?
Nice.
Don't people call them Nice biscuits?
Yeah, weirdos.
I think they do. Do you call them Nice or nice?
My
Are
point
they from
proven.
Nice? Are they from Nice?
Might originate from Nice, maybe. Who knows? Gosh, this is edit this out.
I know.
What's next, guys?
After the break, you go to Delphine.
Right, after the break, we have our
I've never
third...
met Delphine before.
Well, you're going to today. We've got our third guest on the Crafting Cafe podcast. Her name's Delphine Brooks. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Crafting Cafe podcast. We have a guest with us. We have a very special guest. It's our third guest in the podcast. We've got the wonderful Delphine Brooks.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome.
Oh, wow.
I know you don't know what's going on here, Delphine.
No
You've-
clue. I've just
Delphine
turned
likes us
up.
that much that she's just agreed to something, turned up when she doesn't need to be here, and is willing to be asked random questions by me and Ellie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
And she's never actually met Ellie before either, so there you
This
go.
is the first time.
There you go, that's fun.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
very
to
fun. Yeah. Get to
get to
one
know.
another.
Yeah, exactly. And what a better place to do that?
Yeah.
Then here.
In the corner.
So, Delphine, this in the corner, exactly. So, this is where all this started, Delphine, was I
Okay.
was in a brainstorm meeting with a few of the team and said, why don't we do a podcast? And then everyone
Yeah.
was like, well, if you want to do one, then you've got to do it. So, this
Yeah.
is what this is.
I love a podcast.
There you go, me too.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
where it started from. Me, Hayley, really like podcasts. Ellie loves a podcast. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden, This is what's happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually listening to true crime podcasts. But
Oh,
this
nice.
Is something
We could
yeah.
do a bit of true crime if you
have a
want.
bit of true crime, me.
So we thought there isn't really a craft podcast. So the idea is talk about who you are, we'll talk about who we are, talk about crafting, all of
Yeah.
that. A random question from Ellie, which happens, and then we just talk.
Okay.
Hayley randomly says things which are unmiked, so you can't hear her.
Haley gets the cakes for us.
Hayley gets the
Occasionally
cakes.
Scott.
Yeah.
Well, going down quite nicely.
Yeah,
we've
and
eaten them so
actually
far,
we
sorry.
quite like them today.
We haven't got you a drink either. Normally you have a
Oh,
drink.
well, you know.
Poor service.
Well, poor cafe.
Where are you with your drinks, Hayley, producer? Oh, you're on cameras. Okay. All right. Apologies. Ellie, go on. You got a question?
So I guess it's you. Haley wanted me to tell you the random question
Go
of
for
today,
it.
and
Yeah,
it
we'll
is,
start there.
Have you ever eaten prawn poo?
Prawn poo.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You have to take it out.
See, exactly. But some people don't know that.
Yeah, because you see it at the back, the
You
black
do,
stuff.
don't you?
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, I'll take it out. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure I've probably eaten prawn poo.
I
at
think
some
we all
point.
probably have, because
But
I don't think you always take it
purposely
out.
don't.
If you're in a
Yeah.
restaurant and you take it out when you're in, or they take it out for you, they should, shouldn't they?
They should
They
take it out
should.
for you, because
Yeah.
when the prawns sort of like curl up when
Yeah.
it's been de-pooed.
but what about when you have to de-shell it?
Oh, see, I like doing
I
all
don't
that.
do messy stuff. I don't
No,
eat
it's
lobster and
messy.
stuff that's too messy.
No, I don't like getting
I
stuff
wonder
on my
if you've
fingers.
got a de-poo lobster.
Well,
That's another
tell us,
question for another time, sorry.
On the comments if you want. YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever else we are. Tell us what else you have to de-poo.
De-poo.
Gosh, Ellie.
Wow. Well, that is a random question.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's where it starts.
Yeah,
You know, this is
yeah.
just to ease you in, Delphine.
yeah that's
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I take the poo out.
Good. I'm glad for
This
that.
is the moment where we're going to go viral for things that we
This
didn't
is going
want
to be
to
like,
talk
I
about.
met Ellie for
Yeah,
the
what
first
is
time.
going on
She's a
here?
bit weird.
Yeah, I'll
about
never
poo.
forget that question.
No.
It's not the first thing you've ever been asked, is it?
No.
So, Delphine, for people
Yeah.
who don't know you, who are you?
I am now a textile designer and mixed media artist, but I've been many things throughout the years.
You sure have, haven't you? Do you want to give us a little
yeah.
timeline?
Yeah, so obviously born.
What? What? When did that happen?
Throughout my childhood, I was all into painting and drawing.
Yeah.
So my sisters were all Care Bears and My Little Ponies. All I wanted was colouring books and pens.
Yeah.
So fast forward, did school, art, loved it. Fast forward, went and did my A-levels in art and textiles.
yeah.
And it was then that I started doing a lot of like textile design and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Then I went to art school in Shrewsbury for a year. Hated it because they wanted me to do. You have to do like everything from sculpture to digital
Yes.
stuff.
You couldn't just do the things
No,
you wanted
no,
to
no,
do. You
and
had
it's,
to do everything.
Yeah, so I was walking through Shrewsbury Town Centre after college one day, and I walked into the Armed Forces Careers Office and joined the RAF.
Amazing.
Wow.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
we go.
So I did just shy of 7 years in the Air
Wow,
Force. Yeah,
wow.
so I was based at my first place was RAF Benson, which was I was just a
Yes, yeah.
steward in the officers' mess, and then that was RAF Benson, and then I got my wings and I went to RAF Brize Norton, and I did
Incredible.
a tour. So I was on VC10s, so 10 Squadron. So I was on there for about 3 years.
Amazing.
And I did lots of tours of. I was in and out of Basra, so I did a tour of Iraq,
Yeah.
and then I went over to Tri-Stars, which is 216 Squadron, but
Yeah.
both of don't exist anymore. And I did Afghanistan and all of that.
Incredible. I never knew all
Oh
this.
my God.
Yeah.
Just look at me
so-
learning. We're learning. We're learning. I
Yeah,
didn't know
there you
this.
go. And then I met Nick when I was in the Air
Yes,
Force, because I was
yeah.
based at Brize Norton, but he was a Whitney lad.
Okay.
So he just finished uni. And so
So-
I met Nick, and they were going to post me on a ground post, and I didn't want to go, so I
Do you
joined
want
the
to go because
police.
you... Oh. Here
And
we
then
go.
I-
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was in the police for 6 years, West Midlands Police.
Did you
yeah.
continue to craft through any of this?
Through all of
any
it.
of this
Yeah,
part?
so I've always
Yeah.
done drawing and things like that. So, anything from like a little cross stitch to sewing.
Yes.
And when I was in my barracks, in my barrack block, because we all had like single ensuite rooms, and I was always still very
Mm-hmm. Always.
arty and drawing and.
Did you get
Yeah.
many of your squad join in with you as well? Were they
No.
craft? No.
No.
You were the one.
No. And
As much as you tried, you were like, "Come on, this is good."
Yeah, no one was interested really. But I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Everyone was in the naffy getting
Okay.
drunk.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was what it was all about.
And you were.
Yeah. And then during the police, I was in West Midlands Police for 6 years. Just shy of 6 years. I had Charlie,
Yes.
my
yeah.
eldest, who's
yeah.
now 12, looks about 18.
Yes, he does. he
And
does.
so that was my way out. So I had my whole maternity leave, and then we were in Centre Parks, and I said to Nick, I was like, oh God, I don't want to go back. And he was like, don't then.
You
And
didn't?
so I didn't. And then I became a fitness instructor.
That's very...
But I was always into my fitness, 'cause obviously in
Yeah.
the military.
Of course,
Yeah.
But, and
of
so I
course.
used to do all like the Les Mills classes, like body attack combat.
Yeah,
Loved
yeah.
it, and I thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it. So I became an instructor, and I did that for years. And I still teach now. I still teach because when I stopped teaching, I used to, at one point I was doing like 25 classes a
Of
week.
course, yeah,
I was
it's a
really
lot.
fit and
Yeah,
strong. And then COVID hit. Obviously, the job I do now is I'm very busy all the time.
Yeah, non-stop.
Non-stop. So obviously I had to stop teaching classes, whereas now, and because of that, I put on like 2 stone. So now I'm back teaching. I've got spinning at 6 o'clock tonight, and I teach a toning class and legs, bums and tums on a Friday.
Where?
In only in my village, because I didn't want to do all the big clubs anymore.
No.
So now it's just we've got our own little sports centre in our village.
nice.
So we do that. So so I did that for years, and then I had Louis, who's now 9, and I had a disorder where I couldn't walk, so I had to have my pelvis all strapped up. And it was then somebody gave me a sewing machine, and I just started. I taught myself how to quilt, sew, and
That's where it's all begun.
and then it's all began from there. And now I design all sorts of
We've got a few
stuff.
questions on that in a minute, but amazing, isn't it? And Delphine, like, that all sounds like about 35 years worth
know,
of stuff, but
I
that's
know.
probably like, what,
Yeah.
10, 15 years?
I was 18 when I
Yeah.
left home.
Amazing.
So it was like 24 years and 25
Incredible.
years. Yeah, my husband calls it my bullshit story. Because it's just like how somebody's done all of those
No,
things.
it's amazing.
So,
It's
but I've just
amazing.
gone full circle back to
Yeah.
where I started.
And underpins and
Yeah.
all of that sounds like an incredible drive and passion for like doing something you enjoy.
Yeah, and also testing yourself as well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've seen things that have made, will make your toes curl.
course,
you know,
yeah.
especially with being I was a response police officer,
Yeah.
so doing all the 999 stuff.
Yeah.
And when I was in Iraq, I was so young
Mm-hmm.
that you just don't have any fear.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So
You get it as you have children.
Yeah,
As
and
you
you-
get older and children, that's what gives
Yeah.
you fear, for me anyway.
and you're flying into, because we always had to fly in there in the dark, and
Yeah.
you're going in there at over 30,000 feet, and you're being shot at in the aircraft, and it's all in darkness.
Bloody hell.
But yeah, it was fun.
I suppose you don't
Just
think
enjoy
about
it.
it as a bad thing because you don't know enough to think about it. Do you know?
No,
you're not.
it's only now I'm older. I look
Yeah.
back now thinking,
What?
"Cro-
Yeah, how would I have done
that was
Yeah.
mad, yeah. But again, it's an experience, and and I travelled the world with the Air
Yeah.
Force.
Yeah.
I've the only continent I've not been on is South America. I've been all over the world.
Incredible.
Did you ever
it's-
know you wanted to get into the army? Or
Well,
was it kind of spare of the
my
moment?
dad was in the Air Force. He was a air load master in the Air Force, and but he died when I was a baby. And my brother was also an RAF regiment rapier gunner, and he's also passed now. So I've always had that military,
Yeah.
and the discipline is just,
Of course.
It's like my house now. You walk around my house and you can tell I've been in the military. So my beds,
Things
you have
you
to
just
like
don't
bounce
forget.
a coin off it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just things like that, and
It instills a certain type of being, then, doesn't
Yeah,
it? It must help so
yeah.
much with what you do now as well.
Yeah,
Like, just doing
definitely.
it.
You have to just be really disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
and it does take a certain type, I suppose, and just having that empathy as well.
Totally, yeah,
It's what a career. So,
Amazing.
yeah, but and what I do now, sewing for a living, is probably more
was gonna say,
stressful.
yeah.
than sending me to Basra. So
I think that brings it back, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That must, for you, you must always try to think that after everything you've gone through and everything you've done in your career, when the littlest sewing thing goes wrong, or when
Mm. Yeah.
you're not quite there for a deadline, you're like, oh well,
yeah,
I've been through worse.
The
I
world's
should
not
be.
going to end.
Yeah.
And I think it puts things into perspective,
Totally.
especially
Yeah.
when you see, how fragile we are as humans, And I've seen so much death. I know this is really
Yeah,
depressing,
yeah.
but
No.
it does make you realise just how
Everybody has. And I think
precious. this
everyone
is.
that you're talking about will have had some journey into
Yeah.
crafting. If they're listening to the podcast and are interested in that, or into something, it's amazing. What was your first sewing machine?
It was a base model Janome.
Ooh, very nice.
very, very base model.
Yeah,
And obviously through that I've got Janome and Elna's.
Yes,
It's my
yeah.
go-to now.
Elna as you go to now. It's part
Elna,
of the Genome
yeah.
group, which
Yeah.
is perfect. And
Yeah.
that's incredible. And
Yeah.
that started something then, Delphine. And now
Yeah.
where we are, which I think we're going to ask a few questions about in a bit, designing, fabrics with Lewis and
design-
Irene,
yeah,
designing collections
Yeah.
and
Yeah. So it's all it's quite surreal how it's all come about actually, and I'm extremely lucky to have you know, the team behind me doing everything. You know, I wouldn't be able to do it without all their help. And, you know, designing fabric for Lewis and Irene, I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know,
it's
and they're
amazing.
such a lovely people to work for. as
Can
well.
you remember your pinch me moment when you're like, I can't believe this has happened?
Do you know what it was? My first pinch me moment was when I used to go to Festival of Quilts quite a lot, and you know, pre what I do now. And I remember I was asked to go along to do a talk at Festival of Quilts, and it was driving to the NEC. For me, that was, 'cause I was so nervous, but also thinking, I'm not the one that stands and does
Yeah.
the talk.
Yeah.
I'm the one that sits and watches people
Yeah.
do the talk.
Yeah.
So for that was a very proud moment.
Of course.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I remember being with you when your fabrics were launched at Festival of
Yeah,
Quilts, and you were like,
and you're walking around and you're seeing your patterns.
Yeah.
People are selling your work. That's just mad.
Yeah.
You know, and people are messaging, like you walk around the NEC, and you know, people are stopping you. They know who you are. They're like, oh, I love you, and I love your work. And I'm like,
How do you find that?
you forget that, because I work in, you know, for TV. I'm allowed to say,
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
and so when you're looking in the camera, you don't realise people are watching. So when you're
Yeah.
walking around and people stop you, and I'm just a mum that sews in a little village, just outside Stratford-on-Avon. I do the school run. I take Louis to school. I come back, do my work, and then when you're walking around there and people stop you, you're like, oh, people are actually watching, and it's lovely. But it is. It's when you obviously those events, people know who you are. So people do stop you, but it's when I get stopped in Sainsbury's.
Yeah, you're just doing
You
the
know,
shop and you're like,
yeah, and I've been stopped a couple of times in our local Sainsbury's, and it's like, oh God, I see the wine that I've got in my jacket.
are they picking on what I'm eating? Because this isn't just me. I'm having this is the
How
family.
do
Yeah.
kids find it as well when you're walking around with them in Sainsbury's if they do go?
They've come to the show with me a couple of times, and Nick as well. And I think it's when they see people stopping and they want, you know, a selfie. I think they were taking the mick a bit, but you could tell they were really proud.
course.
Yeah.
But
It's an incredible proud mom moment. Like you've done it's an amazing achievement.
yeah, and just
Definitely.
hope it keeps on.
No,
keeps
you
on
have to
getting bigger.
definitely. You should sit back and just reflect on it. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
Even doing something like this today, talking about it must
I
feel a
know,
little
it
bit
is.
like, wow, I've got
Yeah.
where I've got to.
I know, it's like when I speak to friends on the school run, they're like, oh, what are you doing today? We're going to London. I'm going on a podcast, or I'm doing TV, or I'm,
fun.
you know, here, there, and everywhere. So I am very lucky.
How? What's next? Have you got an accomplishment in your head next?
Oh, I don't. That's a really hard question to
I
answer.
think you've done so
Any
much, but is there something
Yeah,
that
and
you've kind of got your eyes, mind
Well, I'm doing a
set on?
book. I need to get that finished.
Yes.
So that would be really good when
That's
out.
kind of where I was going.
yeah. So the book, definitely more collections, and to break America
Yes.
would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Same as
And-
Ellie. Ellie wants to break America.
We both do on the podcast. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah.
we've already had Nikki do a nice.
Yeah. So we've had some reviews of the podcast.
Very proud of
So
her.
we had a review from the podcast from a lady in Utah called Nikki, who said it was really good. She liked it.
Yeah.
But we also had a bad review from Nathan, who said that you should have to have a license to record a podcast
Oh, right.
because we're not very good. But yeah, that was fun. But
wow.
this all started with Ellie wanting to break America.
There you are.
She said she wanted
Are
the
you in
billboard.
Utah?
I know.
Yeah.
We had a few drinks on a Christmas or work night out, and outside the venue, Ellie said, "I'm going to be on a billboard one day, and this is
I love that.
this is
Right.
going to be
You gotta.
yeah."
You've got to aim high, 'cause you never know. You'll keep pushing.
We're not sure what
Scott,
for.
we ought to- No, we don't
We're not sure what for.
know.
Billboard for advertising anything.
Yeah.
The podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
exactly.
Apparently, Hayley's
Yeah.
telling me that billboards aren't that expensive, so we could make that happen.
Where are you going to put it, though?
I don't know, like
In Reddit.
Solihull.
On the dual
the
carriageway.
Kingfisher Redditch.
Gosh.
Anywhere.
Oh, crikey. Yeah.
Have you enjoyed this?
I have, actually. Yeah, it's weird talking about yourself, though.
No,
It's so
good.
nice though because obviously we've probably walked past each other,
Oh,
but
loads
it's
of times,
like
probably. Yeah.
you don't know what's behind closed doors as
No,
such, do you? Like
totally.
you never know what anyone's done in their life, and it's nice to meet you and
Yeah.
also know the story and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Is there a message that you would have for other crafters who might be watching or listening to this, Delphine? Is there something that kept you going throughout? Because I know craft is a tough thing because, particularly sewing as well, you make mistakes and you're like, oh, I'll give up, I'm not doing that again.
yeah, I think, you've always got to keep trying, but also do something you're really passionate about. You know, don't worry what everyone else is doing. So, for example, with the show, I keep my head down and just concentrate on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and also just don't be afraid to be inspired by the most random stuff. Like I get inspired by the back of a lorry or a biscuit tin, you know. But also, the main thing is you've got to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, it won't come across in your work.
Of course.
No.
You know, so I love to sit and do hand embroidery, and I can do that for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
But it's just knowing when to stop. But it's definitely just, you've really got to enjoy what you're doing.
Totally. It's about fully focusing on the thing that you enjoy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, block out all the other noise, focus on the thing that's a passion and desire,
Yeah.
and keep going with that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Definitely.
Delphine.
No,
Have you
yeah,
got any more
fine.
questions?
I don't think so. I'm
Um,
kind of like.
Can we find Delphine also?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, where
Delphine,
can our
let's do the
listeners-
Yes,
do the
do
plug.
it.
So
Yes.
where can we find you? How can we get in touch? How do we get to know the world of Delphine Brooks?
So you can follow me on my social media.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook. I'm on
Are you on
TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, but I'm not very good at it.
Delphine's on TikTok.
I need
Yeah.
some a masterclass in TikTok.
There you go, ask Kaylee.
And
So do we. So do we. Any TikTokers
Yeah.
out there?
yeah, Delphine Brooks official.
Delphine Brooks
Instagram,
official.
Facebook, and also my website delphinebrooks.com.
Yeah.
Find me on 7th Street TV.
You can catch her on Stone
Yes.
Street TV, which is part of the Gemporia Craft Company, and yeah, you'll see Delphine on there quite often, doing some incredible design work and also demonstrations. So, thank you, Delphine.
Thank you for
We
having
loved it.
me.
You're welcome. You come back again.
Yeah, I'll come back whenever you want. Yeah, I can
Awesome.
tell you some dodgy stories as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get into the dodgy
And
one.
you
No.
can probably bring a random question as well for next time.
Oh, especially after the random questions I've heard that you've been doing. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
easily throw a few of those around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well,
Bye bye, everybody. That was Delphine Brooks. Cut. Welcome back to the Crafting Cafe podcast. We've just had Delphine, our third guest. Third, right? Third?
yeah.
Third? You're second because you wasn't
My
here for the.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the best is now here. It's our agony aunt. It's Julie.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I mean
Sing
it.
it.
Sing it. Sing it from your chest.
Sing it.
Say it from your chest.
You got no.
You sing it. You know the
It's
words.
your jingle.
Everyone knows the words.
It's your jingle.
Julie, she's an agony aunt. Julie, she's going to answer your questions.
Well, what is the question today?
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure what the question is. Something
I
about
know.
sticky stuff. Over to you, Ellie.
Well, how do you clean how do you clean glue up if you spilt it anywhere
Okay.
on you?
So obviously, yeah, if you've had a glue spillage in the craft room
Yeah.
or in the house.
Correct the question, Julie.
Yes, I'll correct the question. So obviously, there's a different number of different factors. So one is it depends what glue you're using. Two, it depends where you spill it. So if you spilled a wet glue, say, onto your carpet, best thing to do is let it dry.
Yeah.
Put some vinegar on it.
Okay.
Let it soak, and then use a damp cloth and try and remove it. If it's really stubborn, you can use a hairdryer, heat the glue back up, and it should lift off then.
Is that because it melts it back?
Yeah, it'll sort of make it go a bit more gooey, and you should be able to pull the goo out
Do you know
of
what I
the
quite
carpet.
like about glue? You know when you get it on your fingers, you get that picky off. You can pick it off.
What,
It's
like a
quite fun, that
bogey?
is. No, it's quite therapeutic.
It's almost
when
like a
it's
second
on your
skin. I know
skin,
what you
like,
mean, Scott.
You like peel it off your skin.
I
Crafters
like
all
it.
know what I mean.
I like it.
Like what? What? Go on. You like it?
This is gonna. I like it when you put it over your hands and then it goes like you've got like wrinkled.
skin.
That's
yeah,
what
like
we were just
skin.
talking about. And then you,
You know about
and then
rolling
you
it
like
up
rub
into
it
a
off.
ball.
No, but you like rub it off. It's nice. Like
Yeah,
flake it
I
off.
like
Peeling
you've got
your
to
skin
peel
off.
it
Like you're
off.
like a
yeah.
snake.
Yeah,
It's pretty
like
cool.
a spider.
Do you think-
Scott's gonna dress up as a spider for Halloween.
Do you, I think
yeah?
that answered the question. I don't know what's going on, Julie.
No, are we answering the rest of the question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you keep going, Julie. You keep
Sorry,
going.
yeah.
No, let me just.
Can I ask another question to that question?
Yeah.
Do you think that's why most glue is colourless?
Maybe.
Is it a purpose? Like,
In case you
Well,
spill.
no,
it.
because
yeah, because you
can-
won't be able to see it. Because if it was like red, it'd be really dramatic if all
Yeah,
glue was red.
maybe. Because most, even if they've got a colour to them, they're generally dry clear.
I'm actually now realising that it's colourless because it's used on cards, and you wouldn't
I
want it to have a
wonder
colour,
why
would
it
you?
is.
Yeah.
You wouldn't-
Colourless though.
You wouldn't want to see it, would you? The glue, if you like, you were
No.
making a card.
Yeah,
if it was blue,
which
you'd see
again
the
would
glue.
get me onto like another answer. So if you've
Sorry,
got
Julie, you
glue
carry on.
on your card, or like if you're doing a scrapbook, whatever you're doing, if you've got it on your project, you can get a thing called a glue eraser,
Oh, nice.
which you can rub across
yeah.
your cardstock. Hunky Dory do one, for example.
Oh, okay.
If people know who Hunky Dory are, you can buy one, and it's literally like a rubber.
It is good.
And it sort of like rolls it into a ball.
I
and
didn't
you
even
can
know
just
that
pick it off.
existed. That's
Yeah.
good. Glue
Yeah.
eraser.
Hot glue, if you use a hot glue gun and you get that on your desk or on yourself, best thing to do is let it dry, because it will peel off
Just
straight
be careful
away.
though. Be careful with a hot
let
glue
it dry,
gun.
because as it dries
Yeah.
it'll cool, and then literally just peel it off, and it will. You can do it with your fingers. You don't need to put anything on it.
I miss the days of a stick and a glue gun at school. That used to be fun. Do you ever have the glue stick gun?
We didn't have
did,
glue
yeah.
stick.
No, you put the sticks in. And
Yeah,
then
but we didn't have
mounts
hot
was
glue
awesome.
guns at
Yeah.
school. I
Oh,
feel
we
like they were
did,
too
yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved using
We
the
once
glue
tried
gun.
to stick someone to a chair with one. It's quite fun, to be fair.
Which is probably why
It didn't
you
work.
think that's
It didn't
classed as
work.
bullying, isn't it?
I don't think we were allowed it after that. No, he was up for it. It was like, see if
Oh.
you can stick me to the chair. Yeah.
Did you
pretty
get into
cool.
trouble?
Probably.
outside the
remember.
classroom.
Maybe.
Sent out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, that's
Have you
not
ever been
good,
sent
is it?
out of class? You definitely have. Liar. Calling you a liar.
Were you actually there?
You had to go to class to get sent out.
Yeah, were you at school to
Yeah,
get sent
there we
out?
go.
Gosh, what are you trying to make me look like?
I bet you Julie
Huh?
did. Julie, you definitely got kicked
Julie
out.
was a
I
rebel.
definitely
Yeah,
have been
Julie
sent
was,
out
yeah.
of class, and
Yeah.
definitely haven't been at school when I probably should have been.
I know. Naughty Julie.
The secrets
Yeah.
of the Agony Aunt.
Yeah.
That's a late night episode we'll do at
I
some
always
point.
thought, can I just say, with a glue gun though, because I thought it was so strong
Yeah,
that you wouldn't be able to peel it back off.
yeah, you can, because as it
kinda like a
dries,
done deal.
no, you can peel it off. So
That's
it
helpful.
sort of it doesn't. If you're using a silicone glue, that might be where you're getting confused. So if you use silicone glue, that like cures, so it doesn't dry instantly.
Yeah,
It
it's
could
a cure.
dry overnight, but once that's it's like concrete, so that you're not going to get off a card or something.
But the glue gun
but a
is
glue
not as
gun you
strong.
can.
I've also seen a few people heat it back up to then
Yeah,
take it off.
that's what I'm saying. So if you
heat
use
gun
like a
and then-
low setting on
Yeah.
your hairdryer,
Yeah.
just to make it tacky again, you could clean it up that way.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Julie.
Thank you. Thank
Are
you.
you coming to our live? Are you going to do our live on the 31st with us?
Am I invited?
Don't know. Do we want Julie there?
No, Andy's saying no.
Yeah. Yeah. Why is Andy here? Who's Andy? Yeah, exactly. He's just had half an hour of his life laughing at us. What? I think you should come.
Yes.
Do we want Julie
I
there for
think
our
so.
live?
Julie is the agony aunt.
She's a staple part.
God,
If we're going
Yeah.
to get people to craft with us, I think we need
if
Julie
you've got
there.
any questions,
You have to rein me in though,
Oh my
because I need to stay
What's
out the
Julie gonna
stand.
dress
Because if
as
I
then?
go off around, I'll be spending money.
what are you going to dress as, Julie?
If I'm a spider, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Fox. I don't know what a fox
What,
just goes
what is this
ahead.
Halloween we're dressing up at? Or you're just
Yeah.
randomly dressing up as a spider?
For Halloween?
Oh, for
Halloween.
A ghost? A
I'll be
pumpkin?
a pumpkin.
A pumpkin. What? Yeah,
Well,
but then that means I've got to be a witch or something.
I'll be the
can say
witch
you
if
are
you
a
want if you want me to, and you can be the pumpkin.
No, I'll think of something. I feel like you should go as Beetlejuice
I'm-
or
Should we
something.
say goodbye?
I regret the fact that we said we're going to dress up. If you
Yeah.
come see us on the 31st, we might
Hopefully
not be
we'll be-
dressed
yeah.
up. We
The
might
surprise
not
will be
Maybe
whether
we'll
we
just
are
have like
or
a
not.
token hat or something. Like a nice festive hat.
Maybe we should decorate the set Halloween.
That'd be nice. Maybe the craft we could do could
Yes.
be Halloween-y.
Right.
Yeah.
Disco.
Simply Christmas show.
It's a terrible timing. Well done, Creative Craft.
Thanks,
Right.
Agony Aunt Julie.
Thank you, Julie. We've got to
Thank
wrap
you
up
for
here. We're
having
being
me.
told we've been carrying on for far too long.
Yeah.
Liam's
Julie,
shouting at us.
Liam's doing a.
see you next week, Julie.
See you next week.
See you next week. Well, thank you very much for coming back and joining us again on the Crafting Cafe.
Yeah.
If you
What
have.
episode that is. I've loved it. That's been brilliant. We've had
I-
Delphine, we've had awesome Agony Aunt part, but
Yeah.
Delphine's story and the history, I think
That-
we're bringing her back.
I think we've got to.
I think we're bringing Delphine
If she
back.
would want to.
If she wants to come back, I think we need to bring Delphine back. If you would like to see Delphine back, or you would like to see anybody else, please do let us know on our socials. The Crafting Cafe Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and
TikTok.
Tickety Talk. We have what episode that was?
I know.
Loved it.
I'm quite.
I know. I feel a bit
taken back.
emotive. Yeah.
Scott's doing the tense machine next
Yes.
time.
Join
if
us
you do want
next
to come
week.
back.
Join us next week. I've got a topic, haven't I? Do you know what the topic is?
Gemstones.
Gemstones. That's broad. That's broad, Ellie.
Better you than me.
I will struggle with that one because that is broad. I'm going to end up being on the tens machine for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Next week, should we do a bit of crafting as well?
I think so.
Let us know what craft you'd like to see us do on the comments again. There's a lot of things we're asking for. So we want to know more reviews. We want to know what craft you want to see us do and what guests you'd want to see.
I think we, yeah. And just thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.